It's Friday. Do you know where your IT pros are? We don't. It's Patch and Switch. And now, two guys who couldn't be bothered to completely show up. There's only one here, right? Did I get that note? Where's the other guy? Vacation? That's it. I'm out of here.
Wow, we pissed off the announcer guy.
It's no surprise. He just gets surly with age, right?
He is getting surly with age. And yes, there's the empty chair.
Yes. My co-host is an empty chair, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly.
This is going to be a fantastic freaking hour.
You know, it's going to be perfect because I think that is actually not much change from what we get normally.
Wow.
Shots fired. Well, hey, sir, how's it going?
Hey, good, Jared. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Producer Steve in the Rick chair today.
I'm in the bottom left square of the block.
Yes. TRP 8472 in the house says maybe have a bot to remote into Rick's chair. I do believe that he has he's secured the chair properly, so we're not going to be able to remotely access it. He's turned off RDP.
He turned off RDP, or did he use Bastion?
Yeah, maybe, but he didn't give me the password, so it's all good. It's all good. Good day to DEF CON veteran. Good to see you. Wired Canuck in the house. He says X gets the square. I usually thought it was Circle gets the square, but could be wrong. Could be wrong. Let's see who else is here. Vizio MVP in the house. Rick is away. Mr. Campbell in the house. Greetings, programs. Good to see you, Mr. Rich Campbell. It's funny. I was just thinking of Rich Campbell the other day. He posted a picture of his the work he was doing. He was upgrading an on-prem server.
Oh wow!
And he showed some of his server racks and so on and so forth as he was doing this. And I had just discovered that our friends over at iFixit, were not sponsored, but iFixit, the toolkits, just released a mini portable version. We talk about this on when we've done the Christmas gift episodes, but I was like, that would be perfect for moving the, upgrading server hardware is the little mini iFixit. Anyway, good morning to you, Buckeye Guy J Flow, along with the legend that is Cooper.
Yes.
Update for those of you who have not been paying attention to the saga of Cooper. I believe he went through 28 of the cones of shame. 28 cones of shame over the short 2-week period he had to wear a cone of shame. 28 of them, but he is now free of the cone of shame, having undergone the surgery that, well, could be quite painful. But yeah.
Aspen Forrester, your coworkers are rude.
Why would they schedule a meeting at 11 Central Time on Friday? That's just not right. That's not
right at all. Yeah.
Not right at all.
Exactly.
So Rick is away. He's on an island.
He's on an island?
He is.
Is it the Prince Edward Islands?
No, he's on an island in the sun on the Hawaiis.
He's going to explode into like dust, isn't he?
It could be. Well, he puts on a lot of sunscreen and he wears long sleeves and a hat. So,
yeah. He wears a hat? Are you sure?
Yep. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
If you could only have heard the pre-show.
Exactly. Yeah. Let's see. Rich Campbell, moving the last of the workloads off those servers. So you were upgrading the servers, but you're moving things off of them. Are you upgrading to sell them, I assume? I don't know. Big welcome to everyone. Today is Pho Friday.
It is Pho Friday. Welcome to Pho Friday, folks.
I have deemed it Pho Friday, so I'm going to go get pho for lunch.
That's awesome.
The Vietnamese soup.
The soups of the Vietnamese.
We did have sunshine yesterday, but it's kind of cloudy, kind of chilly today on the outside. So
nice. I'm
thinking a little bit of hey. J-Shock, thank you for the 14 months. Appreciate that for the kids. J-Shock subscribed 14 months. Wow. So thanks for that. Steve, you should give J-Shock a shout out. That's pretty cool. 14 months. I think they're the longest subscriber in the channel.
I think they are. Yes, I am the longest subscriber as of now. So come at me, anybody. Come at me.
Oh dear. I don't think I rinsed my coffee mug out.
Oops.
A little soapy. A little soapy. I didn't rinse it out enough. Yeah.
That's no bueno.
Yeah.
That's no bueno.
It's okay. It's all right. Well, it could also be. So I'm trying a new blend. So I have the Nespresso Virtuo machine, and I do, because I drink Americano, which is obviously double shot of espresso with hot water. They've got a new blend, and it's a little sweeter, so that might be what I'm probably picking up. This is the second time I've had that particular blend of coffee.
Understood.
Love the coffees. I love the coffees.
We do, yeah. It's I already had my cuppa. I went out early. I was actually listening in on the AZ updates from Wired Canuck there this morning, and picking up coffee at my favorite little coffee place down the road.
Did you get the Mercuries?
I got the Mercuries.
Very good, very good. Did you get have they brought back the chocolate covered beans yet?
Oh yeah.
Really? Because last I went, they weren't doing that.
Which one were you at? The one in Sammamish has been doing all along here.
Oh really? Yeah, it was just a. Where was it? That was the one. It was the one on Woodinville, the road, the back road that goes by the Safeway off to Woodinville from Redmond here.
Okay.
So yeah. TRP 8472. Tailors of Harrogate, UK do iced tea and coffee, Yorkshire tea. I'm a big fan. So, do you do Yorkshire Gold, or what tea do you do? That's the question, because I do have Yorkshire tea here as well. Yorkshire Best, is that what it is? The red box. Yeah. The Gold is good. I think it's just a little too. I don't know. I guess herbaceous. I don't know. It's a little too. The word isn't rich, but it's like it's got kind of a sweet blend that wasn't my favorite. But the red box of the Yorkshire tea is quite good.
I personally am a fan of the Market Spice teas down in Pike's Place Market, especially their house blend, but has now been renamed to the Orange Cinnamon blend.
Ah, orange cinnamon. Rich Campbell with the note. Patrick Stewart prefers the Yorkshire Gold. Yeah, perhaps it's I'm not refined enough in my tea drinking. I just prefer the normal red box, the average everyday person blend. I don't know, but I have both here. We picked them up at the pantry down the road. The
Andrew
British
is
pantry.
saying biscuit tea. It puts you to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something to
tea to go to sleep. I don't know. Tea kind of wakes me up. I don't know.
Well, if I have decaf, I can. It's soothing and relaxing. If I have the caffeinated, I'm
fair.
Like,
Hi, Wire Connect sampling a Kicking Horse coffee, kick-ass bulk whole bean coffee, brewed in his DeLonghi Dynamica, I guess is how you pronounce
Dynamite.
it.
It's
very
bold
cool
and robust.
Yes.
All right. Hold on a second. Let's get that from the awesome voice of Mr. Joey Snow. How would you say that?
What? Bold and robust?
Yeah, I mean, you have the nice dulcet tones.
Bold and robust.
There you go. Hold on. Do it one more time. I'll catch it on the Go XLR here.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So there's lots going on. Welcome to Stage 6.
Yes.
We're back in the office, people, though they're not letting me back in the studio. I don't know what I did to Golnaz. I'm sorry, whatever it was. But
I know what it was. There's a renewal that came out that you had to click on to renew your badge access.
Ah, fair enough. I forgot. I didn't do that. Rich Campbell there with the words. Yeah, as the English folks say, you like a builder's tea. Yes, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I just need to try it. Well, okay. So here's the thing. My guess is if I made a larger pot, because I make them single size because I'm the only one who drinks the tea. Maybe if I made a proper pot of tea with the Yorkshire Gold, maybe I would enjoy it a little bit better. Maybe. I don't know. Johnny Chips with a Z in the house. We are not sponsored by Johnny Chips with a Z. He's so big now that
I know,
literally
his brand is way bigger than
we
ours.
have to. We absolutely. He's such a big name, such a big streamer now that we actually have to say not sponsored when he shows up in chat.
Exactly.
But you should definitely check out his videos and his things. He's legend, even with a Z. He's legend. But yeah, so back to what we were talking about. Stage 6, we're back in the office. Have you been working in the office?
I have gone into the office a couple times, yes, and I am in one of what we affectionately call a team room, aka open office. And all the people that are coming into the office that are in my team room are all in the same part of the office. So it's not like we're that far from each other. So yeah.
Yeah. We moved during the pandemic. We moved from our what now I would probably say are huge offices in Building 28 to Studio A, where the offices were designed for one person and they've got two of us in them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like Tetris just to get into the office. Yeah, that's always fun, but that's okay.
Is designed for like 40 or 50, or designed for like 10 or 15, and we got 27 in. So
yeah.
Know all about it.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when you basically demolish 9 of the buildings on campus. TRP8472 saying, any new Microsoft buildings for you guys there? They're building, they're constructing. They are actually, some of the buildings are looking relatively fit, that they'll start working on the insides of them relatively soon. I haven't seen any updates on timing. I do know, obviously, pandemic and supply chain and so on and so forth has slowed things down, but
it sped some things up and slowed other things down because they didn't have to stop construction during the daytime because they would interrupt people's work.
Correct. Yeah.
So that was actually one nice thing.
TRP8472 saw a few people tweet new desk, coffee machine looks nice. Now we've got the listen, everything in the comments is maybe 6-7 years old now. No, maybe 8 or 9 years old now. So my building's relatively new. No new coffee machine. We actually lost. We had a really, really nice espresso machine in our old building that we do not have in my new building. But who knows? Maybe somebody will put in a request to have it moved over. Vizio MVP, is the conference center being replaced? No, conference center is still there. That building was just redone
right before COVID.
Not too long ago. So yeah, it's still there.
Yep.
The construction is just across the street from that, where the park was, and
where
now
the
it's
soccer fields and the softball, baseball diamond was, and then buildings 1 through 10 minus building 7.
Yes, building 7 is still there. I had a meeting there the other day.
Yeah, I had a meeting over there the other day myself.
Yeah, it's always fun to send the new Microsoft people over to Building 7. They get such a kick out of it. They really do.
Oh yeah,
they
love it.
It's unlike anything that anyone has ever seen.
Yeah.
Including the Room of the Future. Jared, you've spent more. Have you done an EBC in the EBC
I've
building
done 3
lately?
in-person EBCs already this year.
So is the Room of the Future, or whatever they were doing before, is that still there and in use?
They have both the Home of the Future kind of thing and then Office Room of the Future that they did with Steelcase. That is now around hybrid office. So
so part of it is at somebody's house?
I wish. I've told them if they want a place to put a Surface Hub, I would gladly install one in my RV. So
nice.
Yes.
JFlow posted an update from last year on March 16th about the project. They've completed they've completed the geothermal wells for the Thermal Energy Center.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's out of date. Fair Bread in the house saying morning, afternoon, evening, all. Hey, hello.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, Kevin.
Wake up. Jan is in the house. Hello, good to see you. Vizio MVP, the RV of the future. No, that's the RV of the future. That's the Jayhawk, right?
Yeah, it is. actually is definitely the Jayhawk there. Yeah.
So I believe that you've completed now hardwiring Cat 9 cable throughout the RV, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. It's just I don't know how you're going to get away with running that from your house when you're driving down Interstate 90. I just don't know how you're going to get away with that.
The fiber repeaters are going to be the toughest part because you kind of have to throw them out the window.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, because it's fiber, like it could break, right? So
True enough.
You got to be cautious.
Exactly.
Yeah, got to be cautious.
That's why I have to wrap them in bubble wrap and they'll kind of bounce out the side.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Jan with the word no CDN. That is correct. We are CDN-less today.
Yes, we are.
We are CDN-less today. Yeah. If you missed the program, he's in Hawaii.
He's off getting the warmth because it dropped back down to freezing again lately. But yeah, you know your RV, you know RV when it hit 88 miles per hour, the magic happens. Of course, yes. 1.21 gigawatts. And
only if you have the proper vegetables.
Only if you have.
Only if you have the proper vegetables.
Exactly.
Only if you have the proper vegetables. So yeah, I'm back on campus. I do 2 to 3 days a week. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I'm at the home, the friendly confines of the home office today. Definitely takes some getting used to. We don't have a ton of people. So last week there were a lot of people around the office, and now granted I'm over in the commons, and there was a lot of, there were free tacos one day. So obviously everybody comes in for free tacos.
Of course, you have to come in for free tacos.
That's the busiest area. The commons is still, somewhat busy. It's not as busy this week as it was last.
There's no free tacos.
No, that's true. There was no free tacos, but they did quite a nice roasted pork with mashed potatoes yesterday. It wasn't free, but it was very nice. Yeah. And I do have to say that upstairs at the Commons, they had the burger place, the Lunchbox Labs kind of thing that was a little bit pricey for what you got. Yeah. The cheeseburger that they have there now is quite good. Grilled onions.
Nice.
Yeah, it was quite good. And with the onion rings, I think it was like $7-8.
Yeah. My team ended up at Wibbly's Monday.
At what?
Wibbly's Burgers down. You haven't been to Wibbly's?
No.
Oh my goodness, I need to take you to Wibbly's.
Where's Wibbly's? What is Wibbly's?
Wibbly's is a little hole-in-the-wall burger place. It's off campus. You go down a couple blocks away from the studios. It's down. It's on 140th, kind of underneath 520. It's in this weird little mall, but it's got the best burgers.
Wow. Okay.
So we'll go do Wibbly's.
Sure. We just can't do it today because it's Pho Friday.
It's Pho Friday, and you're at home on Redmond Ridge, and I'm at home in Sammamish, and I have to go to the airport anyways to pick someone up. So.
All right. Well, there you go. You're going the opposite way, though. Sammamish. Exactly. Let's be honest. It's not like you're that far away from me.
Are you kidding me?
Just down the hill and then up the other hill, and you're right there.
I know. In June, I'll be like states away. So yeah, we need to have these lunches before I leave.
True dat.
Yeah.
True dat. Let's see.
It's been interesting for us because half of a third of our team is remote. So nothing's changing with that third of the team. The other folks, we're all trying to figure out what days we want to come in. We're trying to actually we're trying to focus all meetings for the team on certain days of the week so that everybody comes in for those days.
And so I only have 2 folks on my team who are in the Puget Sound region. My manager's not even in the Puget Sound region. And one of the folks on the team is out on paternity leave as he's just had his first child. So congratulations, Morgan. But my other buddy, Sophia Christina's around, and we typically do the same around Tuesday, Thursday, just to kind of catch up. But it's difficult. I mean, it's just different. Everything's different. And yeah, for sure. TRP 8472 sounds very eco-sustainable. The build spec, yes. Probably one of the most sustainable campuses once it's complete.
I have a prediction. I have a prediction.
Dude, the last time you made a Super Bowl prediction, you did not even choose an actual NFL team.
I understand. I really thought the Columbus Blue Jackets was going to win the NFL Super Bowl.
No. What's your prediction, sir?
My prediction, as these buildings open on Microsoft's main campus, we get rid of a lot of our leased buildings around the Puget Sound area.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. It's possible. But if we keep growing.
But we're going to see more people working from home. We're going to see more hybrid type work situations. I foresee us not having a lot of lease. Right now, we lease a lot of buildings, just so everyone is aware. We lease a lot of buildings in the Bellevue East Side. And I actually drove by the Millennium Park, and 2 of our buildings there are up for lease again. So I don't know if it was other people or if it was Microsoft giving up space. So
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I've decided. I've decided to kind of do the half in the office, half out of the office thing. Yeah. Most likely just kind of keep it that way. I mean, the reality was when I was working before, I was traveling so much because my role is very travel focused, partner focused. I've got to be in front of them. I probably was, I don't know, good 40% on the road anyway. So not that anybody would know if I was in or out of the office, but I'm enjoying it. I think it just takes some getting used to. Rich Campbell mentioned that the mask mandates are going away in BC today. That's British Columbia. For those of you who are not aware, that's up north in Canada. That's America's hat. I'm kidding. Our mask mandates go away next week.
Monday, from what I heard in Washington.
Yeah, I think you're correct, and the county has decided to also continue that as well as the vaccine mandates in the restaurants. That goes away. So again, it's going to take a little time to get used to what that is like in the world. But on campus, if you are vaccinated, and you can opt to not have a mask on, which I still wear mine in public when I'm in the public areas. When I'm in my office and it's just me and the door's closed, that's totally fine.
I wear mine in public as well, and I take it off when I'm near my desk in my team room. But I don't know how happy I am about the mask mandate or the vaccination mandate for restaurants going away. I don't think I'll be sitting in restaurants. I was starting to, and I don't think I'll be doing that again. I'll be getting to-go orders.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm on the fence here because, I mean, we have our places and times, right? When we usually hit our friends down at Bellevue Brewing, it's usually later on a Saturday evening. Not a lot of folks there.
Exactly.
It's we sit at the bar with our friend Scott, bartender, and fairly distanced and high velocity air movement in the place. Mm-hmm. There's a reason I'm always wearing a hoodie when I go to Bellevue Brewing.
Yeah, no, some places it's fine, but other places when they're busy, and there's no mask or vaccine mandate, I just don't want to be in there.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a personal choice for me.
Sure. Yeah,
I haven't gotten COVID. The closest I got was you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
But I never got COVID, and I have respiratory issues. So I don't even want to deal.
Listen, I get it. I get it. Totally get it. Yeah. It's going to be very interesting as the youngest is on the dance team and at Redmond High School here, and they've made it to state. So we were in when we were down in Olympia, that one was really challenging because we were in Olympia and it's, down south there, the rules are a little different. So not everyone was wearing a mask, and we were pretty packed into that gym. Made me a little nervous, but it was fine. But what's going to be interesting is in 2 weeks' time, we're going to the Sun Dome.
Really?
Yes, sir. Now, they are limiting tickets. It's not going to be the normal absolute packed, and they are allowing, normally in the Sun Dome, the teams stay on one side and the people are on the other. They're allowing us to be closer to our teams to kind of keep little pods together, which I think is fine, but it's still going to be very interesting. So, at rates of any,
At rates of infinite.
Yeah.
No, it's
Sure.
The one nice thing though, it's been nice, like getting some collaboration time with some of my teammates. There's some things, you can do on Teams, but there's just other things where, like, I've had to whiteboard with a couple of people I collaborate with on various teams, and it's been nice to be in the same room, closed door, drawing on the whiteboard, taking pictures of it when you're done. That's been awesome. So.
Yeah, no, I am very much looking forward to getting some of that collaboration. And honestly, I'm looking forward to traveling again. That's going to be happening probably starting next month. Well, for sure. I mean, I am traveling personally. As we're college tours. Ooh. So I've already done this and already have the oldest away at college, and now the youngest is doing college tours. Mm-hmm. I'm not not ready for this. So I'm going to Vegas, and actually there is an M365 conference happening at the same time, but I'm not going to be anywhere near it. We're going to be at the UNLV touring. Gotcha. But yes. Jay Flo, I agree. I miss travel. I do. I miss, yeah. And there was I know some of you are in the crew Facebook. I don't know if you took a look. I got tagged in a message asking about Ignite being an in-person event. I have no information. I don't think that it will. That's just my thoughts. But as of right now, there's no information. All I know is that the next event, which will be Inspire, is definitely virtual. So
I've had a couple of trips recently. Both have been to New York.
Going down the stairs doesn't count, dude.
No. Both to New York. I've been flying.
Oh, that's right. You went to the Islands of Long.
I went to the Islands of Long to help take care of Mom. It wasn't business travel. It was personal travel. And the return trip, boy, that was... yeah. I'm just going to say, I'm trying to write off that whole trip. Because I left the day after I was on call, so I'd been on call for 7 straight days. Travel, was taking care of my mother because my sister and her family were up skiing in Maine. My brother-in-law broke his leg, and they had to come back early.
Oh, no.
Oh, so I'm taking care of everybody because my sister's just freaking out. And actually, no, she wasn't freaking out as bad, but she did need time away from Mom, so I kept taking care of Mom. Then I went to leave. I was leaving a day earlier than she thought. Then add on top of it, I get halfway to JFK, and my flight's delayed 5.5 hours because after I found out when I got to the airport, the captain had like a massive eye infection. Like it was just, I actually saw him. It was just, yeah. And then flew back, arrived at 2:30 in the morning into Seattle. I'm just exhausted, digging through my backpack, digging through my bag. I left my keys in New York.
Oh, no. So did you have to like grab a taxi or an Uber and get home and get your keys there? Or?
Well, it was 2:30 in the morning. I live in an apartment
your house
building.
Keys too?
Yes.
Oh, dude. Oh, no.
Luckily, I had my badge with me. So
Did you have car keys?
No, because I didn't know it was winter break or whatever. And so I didn't make a reservation at my normal off-airport parking. So I parked in the airport parking lot because it was the only thing open. Mm-hmm. So my car key and house keys were back in New York. I get a ride on a Lyft to the Microsoft campus, and I slept on the couch in our office to just grab a few hours of sleep. People started showing up at 7. I decided it was supposed to be a day off for me. I decided to work because my apartment building didn't open till 9. So
wow.
Kludge doesn't even cover it.
Hashtag holiday road.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow. Jan saying SQL Bits has an in-person thing that's going on. Yep. Some UK user groups are looking at running hybrid sessions. Some people joining from further away. Maybe could keep open mind. Absolutely. Johnny Chips with the Z. Cannot wait to see if when there is an Ignite going on, I'll be there. Yep, 100%. I'm right there with you. There is the M365 event that's happening in Las Vegas next week. And I know our buddy Rich Campbell has done an in-person event or two already, and
hybrid
has another
events,
one
not just in person, but they're hybrid too.
Yeah, full hybrid. Yeah, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm in the midst of planning an invite-only, smaller scale thing to campus in May. So I mean, it's starting to. We're just gonna see, and eventually we'll all be able to get back together again, even if it's.
And I'm just gonna leave and do a road show on my own.
And you're gonna roll in. You're gonna be running conferences in the RV.
That's it, exactly.
There's only enough room for 2 breakouts though.
3 if you can get in the cab area separately, because we could kind of close off the cab.
Well, if the weather's nice, you might have room for a 4th.
Outside, for sure.
Isn't that where the keynote is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So we're 30 minutes into the show. We should probably start it. We'll kick off the first thing with the from the trenches, the things that we're doing from our day jobs. What's going on in your world, sir?
Well, I've had a couple of executive briefings, like I said, in person. They've been actually really good. Had one that was a bit difficult because we were talking about, they're all about how we migrated to the cloud in Microsoft IT and as we transformed to Microsoft Digital. But the one I did this week was amazing, though, because it was how we run in the cloud, how we do cloud ops. And that was a real interesting conversation, especially because there was a focus on security, because I was talking to a security team, but they wanted to hear about it from the SRE ops side, not just from the security teams. So it was really, really nice conversation at that point.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
That sounds very cool.
On top of that, though, I'm trying to make some servers work.
It's a struggle, constant struggle. Servers working all the time.
Well, I work in the build systems, and we actually have run into a problem with our build system, and we're trying to figure out, and we think we may actually be throwing too many thread operations at the server. And overwhelming Windows.
That's never good. That's never good.
No, it isn't.
That's never good.
So it's kind of fun though, because like I said, we're throwing all sorts of cloud configurations at these systems, and the great thing about it is every configuration change is a check-in. It's code check-in because everything is configured via infrastructure as code. So that's been I've been doing it for a while, but every time I think about it, it is so cool. So
very cool.
Yeah. How about yourself?
So I delivered. We have a group of partners that are in an invite program where we provide a lot of insight, information. I have created, I know I was threatening about doing this a couple months ago. I talked about it on the show. We have a new set of wizards to help deployment of Azure Active Directory premium features, particularly around multi-factor authentication, that are based on the new templates. Hopefully our audience has seen the new templates, the new conditional access policy templates that really simplify doing things like MFA for admins, turning off legacy authentication. We've actually built a set of wizards around that have slowly but surely been rolling out into production. So if you if you're familiar with the M365 setup wizards or setup guides from the portal, if you go to the M365 setup portal, a lot of they used to be very document driven, so a lot of just deep links into documentation kick you to the right portal to do things. These wizards are now very smart, so particularly the one to do MFA deployment, when you run it, it actually shows you the number of users that have been protected, not protected by MFA, and then it's based on the licensing that you have in your current setup. It'll actually suggest a couple of policies to set up, right?
Oh, wow.
So One, you can do MFA for admins, and you do MFA for users, and then you could do risk-based conditional access. If you've got the licensing, it'll highly suggest that you do that. It will also suggest that if you are not blocking legacy authentication, that you do that. But it also gives you the option if you want to use security defaults, which again, that's mostly for folks that are on the Azure AD free platform, formerly known as Basic. AD Basic. But so I kind of did a session to our partner ecosystem about the wizards, and how do you leverage them as part of an opportunity to go out, speak to your customers, show them where they're at, and then build offerings from there. I don't want to diminish what our partners do from a technical capabilities, that they can do a lot more in terms of conditional access policies, but it's absolutely terrifying in our world if you actually look at the number of tenants that are not configured with multi-factor authentication for their admins. So let's get that out, get the word out. I'm also looking at potentially delivering that session at some third-party events. I really probably should have done this Vegas event that's coming up in April, because then I wouldn't have to pay for my trip to go down there for my daughter's college visit. But my good friend, and who's also in the chat, Mr. JFlow, helped me develop one of the slides, and actually took the output from the slide and published that into the security defaults documentation, which is around the break glass account. So if you go to aka.ms/break glass, a Vegas event in April. What event would that be? I think that some guy named Rich Campbell has something to do with that event. Some M365 or something event. I don't know. At any rate, the aka.ms/break glass document is a fantastic overview document that talks about why you need break glass accounts and puts a lot of technical detail into it. I really needed that document really distilled down into a few top tier suggestions about the break glass accounts, right? What should it be? How should it be protected? And really put it into a slide. And so JFlow helped get that built, provided basically that he was my distill master for that one and distilled it down. And it was super cool. Just to get a very simplistic, it's a single slide, and it's kind of become my go-to slide in this deck. The majority of the time I'm showing the wizards, it just makes sense for me just to walk through the wizards and explain it. I do have a couple of slides with other screenshots because my licensing is different than what another tenant may be, because I have E5 licensing. So I do get some other recommendations. If you don't have any licensing, it can direct you to purchasing. So at any rate, I built this presentation. I've delivered it now 3 times. So a couple of times individually, just one-off things to try to get feedback, and then to this group. So TRP 8472 might be an idea to run a video like that with Pierre, targeted at partners. Good to include Rod if he can put a word in. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Rod's mostly focused on Sentinel, but absolutely could do something there. The wizards are actually run by my team, the team that I work on. My colleague Morgan, who's been out on paternity leave, runs the wizards. We're doing a ton of work in them. We actually have some additional work happening on the MFA wizard to bring in some really, really cool other signals to just enhance it. We'll talk a little bit more about those once those changes are implemented in about the next 30 to 40 days or so. That's the other thing that's really cool, is just how quickly feedback comes in, right? I brought some feedback in from partners when I delivered the session, and he's like, yeah, we can do that. We can add that to the wizard, no problem. Yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. So yeah, it was super fun building content again. I know this is not level 400 content. This is not like me going super deep on doing some crazy scenario. What it is it's addressing a key security concern and opening it up for everyone. Whether you're a small business that's being, that's outsourced your IT, or if you're just the one IT person for, a mid-sized company, and maybe you don't have the benefits of having done active on-prem AD group policy for the last, decade of your life, like I have. Conditional access policies can be intimidating, and you don't want to screw them up. And so the cool thing is you can use these templates or use the wizard to protect your admins. Just really quickly get it deployed. It's an easy deployment. Admins are very open to trying things out and to these changes. And the reality is if you're an admin, you need to be able to at least have multi-factor authentication turned on if you're using an admin account, if not using things like PIM to do elevation, right? Just in time type work. So it was fun. I'm super excited about, the potential of where this goes and getting back out and speaking again. Even though it's not, normally we've traditionally done some deeper, product dives and stuff as a speaker. I think this is completely valid. And I think it's, when I've had the opportunity to sit in on some conversations with customers and to hear, hey, Microsoft, we don't really, there's still this mentality out there. We're not really a security company, or, you made this too hard. And you're still hearing this from IT pros in regularly decent sized organizations. So it's super cool. And I'm just looking forward to getting out and talking about it more, whether it's virtual or hybrid or in person or whatever it is. Oh, yeah. Maybe I can next time I can hit up Rich Campbell and go, hey man, would you have me out for I know it's not like, Mark Rasinovich deep level conversation, but I think it's valuable, particularly for those doing things in the M365 world. So
I've been trying to get into some, I've been trying to create some actual new content for myself to be able to present. And a lot of it is around one of the biggest areas I see talking with our customers, and it's around just cloud mindset, period, for IT pros. It's difficult for a lot of IT pros, and when I talk to companies, especially customers in our private meetings, cloud mindset is what I end up talking about the most. How to really, and it's not just public cloud, it's private cloud. How can you take that mindset both in a on-premises way as well as a public cloud way? So,
TRP8472 saying biggest problem I've found is identifying external people who have admin with no MFA. It's often third-party orgs, app support who run stuff. So JFlow dropped the link for the MFA for admin roles, and this is what the template / the wizard that I was talking about enables, and it covers the common the roles that need to be protected in terms of MFA for admins. So it's I'm enjoying having conversations about helping organizations start their journey to leveraging the features in our product to make your organization more secure, because it doesn't matter the size of the organization. You need to protect your admin accounts. Turn on MFA. I know I've said it on this show a gazillion times, and I'll say it a gazillion more times. Turn on MFA. But if we can offer insights, if we can show you where maybe you may not be protected, and then make it very easy for anyone to get at least this base level protection. And the reality is you can even turn it on for all users if you wanted to. Now, obviously, there's some communication and things that need to be done for your end users. All that's in documents, by the way. If you hit the docs, and some of which that JFlow's put in here, we actually provide materials to start communicating to your users about doing multi-factor authentication. So I do have to say the pushback on MFA is it's starting to decline a little bit. Starting to decline a little bit. And then Rich Campbell comes in and drops and says, we haven't had a lot of tech support tickets lately. Let's turn on MFA for everyone. Okay. Now that's if you do basic MFA, like MFA for everyone for everything, where you get MFA'd all the time, which is a crap experience. That's what security defaults basically is. Yeah. Use conditional access, where it's like, okay, what are the rules? When do you need it? And that's, exactly. But there you go. And JFlow, I'm going to call you out here because you posted it in chat. Tell me where docs make it seem too complicated, which I just explained. I did. I went to JFlow and went, this sounds really complicated. Can we distill this down and make it simple? And he's like, yeah, we're at it. That's not just because, I have a friend in the docs team. That's just where the docs team is. So please, if you come across something that is crazy complicated, particularly in the Azure AD premium space, let us know. And I know JFlow, if he's not the person himself, he's gonna find someone, and I will go yell and scream at the PMs who help write these docs as well, and say, how do we make this easier?
For sure.
So that's what I've been doing. That's my, back in the presentation world. It was really nerve-wracking the first time I had to deliver a session, because the last session I delivered was back in June, back in July, just after the pandemic started, when I did a partner session at Inspire. Oh, this is the first kind of technical session that I've delivered since then. I mean, I've done a few, chit chats and, come in and have conversations and do kind of the AAD 101 type courses, right? But this is the first one I've kind of built from scratch and built the messaging and in a couple of years. So it's nice to be back on that horse.
It is nice to be back on that horse. I admit it. When I'm giving presentations, even directly to our customers through through those programs, I love the energy. I love the conversations. I actually got thrown one back in the fall. And I was, oh, hey, can you do this presentation? Sure. Okay. How many people is it going to be? Oh, we think it's going to be about 250. What? Oh, you're presenting at one of our internal conferences.
Yeah, okay. There you go. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but it was fun. It ended up great. And then they actually had a good conference infrastructure where they had people that were monitoring the questions, and they queued up the questions for me, and they would actually ask the questions. So the questions were asked to me. The one thing that was interesting about that, it was to a company in South America, and I was the only English-speaking session of the day.
Yeah, that's...
So I was, wow, okay. And a lot of the feedback that they got was, wow, it was so great to have an English-speaking session, because they were flipping between Brazilian, Portuguese, and Spanish the whole time. And I guess everybody can just relax on English.
Yeah. For sure. Rich Campbell says you forget how much the routine time presenting matters until you haven't done it for a few months. And again, it's amazing how quickly I forget. Rick and I have done several sessions, particularly around some of the larger Microsoft events on, presentation skills and some of the things, the best practices, and how quickly I have to go back and review my own slides from those things just to remind myself of the proper things to do for your demo setup so they're not distracting, and, obviously Zoom it and some of those things. Yeah, Rich Campbell, Tech Ed 101, all of those things.
Things where I'm actually running a demo, I record it now just so I have a video just in case.
Yeah, for sure. It's really interesting too. It's a lot of fun when because for these wizards, right, there's still a lot of updates and changes, and all of a sudden I open up the wizard and the wording is different than it was the day before when I was practicing. But, yeah, super fun. Next segment of the show is beer money, the support that we do for our friends, families, friends, pets, sisters, uncles. Have you been doing some beer money support?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. No, wiring the RV for Cat 19 doesn't count.
It was Cat 9, not Cat 19.
No. It's Cat 29, right?
No, but I actually was doing a whole bunch of work at my sister's place while I was there.
Yeah.
Even with all the Macs and the Apples.
Apple support? Are you Apple support, Jared?
Nope. I was actually fixing one computer and getting TVs to reconnect to the Wi-Fi properly.
Ooh, that's fun.
Oh yeah, especially when they were all Samsungs, but they all had like different years, so the UIs are all different. Samsung?
Wait, it's not. Where's the menu? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. For sure. So, but I was, and then I was helping Mom, of course, train. My sister and I have asked my mother not to use her Windows computer anymore to do her finances, because she'll click on anything. I have her as a restricted user, and she'll still click on stuff. I was there, and she clicked on some email she got about how bad Joe Biden is as a president, and you click here to find out more. And I'm like, Mom! And I saw it want to install some add-in. She's like, this is why you can't do your finances on your computer anymore.
Yeah, this is why we can't have nice things.
Exactly. But my sister had upgraded my brother-in-law's iPad, and so we got my mom set up on his old iPad, which is only like 2 or 3 years old. And we have all of our finance apps, and she's like, oh, this is so easy to use. And I got her one of our ballpoint pens that have the rubber nub on the top, so you can use it on a screen.
Yeah. Like I've got one here.
Yeah.
My camera's probably not going to pick it up, but
yeah. And with her hands are so just torn up because of arthritis. What's her email? I've been trying to reach her regarding her car's extended warranty. Yes. Extended warranty calls. I've been getting all those. So I got her all set up. My sister and I have got her all set up on the iPad. We may have actually got her to start using her iPad and now her iPhone a lot more. If we could shut off her, she has this home phone connected to her, triple play and all that, and the phones never work. And she double taps the pickup button like it's a mouse button, which hangs it up.
Picks it up and hangs it up. Okay.
This is the story of my life dealing with my mother. I love her to death. I love her. I keep having to have that mantra. I love my mother. I love my mother. I love my mother.
We all get there. I understand.
Oh yeah. But no, we're trying to make it easier for her, and the iPad has actually made things super easy. Now, like her Facebook's on there, her email's on there. She's not going to her computer as much, which is
there you go.
That's my eventual goal. Before I have to upgrade her computer again, I want her to try and just use her iPad. So we'll see.
Fair enough.
We'll see. How about you? Any sort of support?
It's been quiet because we're pushing through finals. The college kid is pushing through finals, about to hit spring break in the next few days here. I think next Tuesday or Wednesday is her last final, and then she's home for a week and a half, which I'm sure that the beer money support will start then.
Dad, this has not worked all quarter.
we need to get her laptop in because the space bar sticks because she spilled Dr. Pepper on it. But not a lot happening on the beer money support side. However, on my side, Vizio MVP, no, that's not Microsoft. This is Jared and Joey having a conversation.
Yes.
So on my side of things, I actually got you on the call of 30 minutes early today because I have done some rewiring. What I was doing before, so I have a Go XLR which runs my microphone and my audio, and from my main, my nice little gaming PC that's back behind me. Mm-hmm. And what I have been doing is just moving the connection, swapping the USB connection from one device to the other, to my laptop when I work, and then back over. And I just got tired of it. And I'm like, I look at the back because, I just, in all honesty, the Go XLR, it was so super simple. I just plugged in the mic and just connected it in and just configured it. And so what I did is it's got an output and an input on the backside. So I just got a splitter, a proper, the 3-band splitter, so that you can take the audio jack on the laptop, which both the microphone as well as audio out, so mic and audio out, and I just ran the cables from Go XLR, and so now I have and then just did the routing in the software, so now it goes from the laptop into the Go XLR. Though we did discover a minor problem earlier today. We have a ground loop, so I need to get a ground loop filter, which has already been ordered and should be here about 2:00 this afternoon. But that's what I mean. Just a little audio, just it's not the worst thing in the world to have to plug and unplug and move things, but no.
It was an interesting as we were working through the problems, and it was like, oh, okay, you got everything mostly cleared up, and then it was like all I heard was a shh.
Sorry. Yes, you're correct. We're gonna ground loop isolator, not filter. Yes. Sorry. Ground loop isolator. You must isolate the ground loops.
Yes, you must.
And yes, I know these things. I just start talking. Sometimes my brain does not keep up with my mouth. That's just, we all know this.
It happens. Oh, I hear there might be something moving. Nope. Rick's chair is still empty. Okay. Just check.
Still empty. Yeah.
Still empty.
Rich Campbell been moving workloads off these old server virtual machines into containers on a Synology device. Are you using like a normal like Synology NAS device? Is there some other thing that you're doing there? And then contemplating life in my home without Active Directory. In the house without AD. I guess I know you, and I know how you had that set up, so that'd be very interesting to hear how you're doing. We're gonna have you back on the program soon.
Either that, or we could have him on testing and production.
Oh, there you go. JFlow just got a Synology last month, syncing photo archive up to Azure storage with Cloud Sync. Pretty great. So you've got a typical Synology NAS device. That I am looking at one of those now. I have been doing a normal backup of my production machine, which is also my gaming machine, to an external hard drive. But I do want to sync to the cloud. And so I'm thinking about going with one of those NAS devices. So
Richard's response is great. The girls have moved out. There are no children left to apply group policy to.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And applying group policy to she who must be obeyed is unwise.
Unwise is a word. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
TRP 8472, one problem I've had with nearly every NAS, the external PSU had a few go with the QNAP Netgear Synology. True. I have heard that. I'm also looking, it's one piece I still need to do. I've been threatening to get a small UPS for the upstairs closet where the router is and where the cable modem is and everything. Yeah. I still need to do that. I just need to go buy the darn thing. I just haven't.
Can we talk maybe?
Okay. Why are we talking?
Because I have like 4 UPSs and I don't need to take them all on the road with me.
You don't?
No.
I thought the UPSs ran the RV.
No, the RV already has a big UPS plus a generator.
All right. Yeah, we'll talk.
Okay.
We'll talk. We're coming up to the end of the program, so let's go ahead and jump into those 3 work-safe words. I know we only got through 2 segments. There's not a lot of beer money. We haven't, beer talk.
No, there isn't.
I haven't been going out.
I haven't either. So.
I have not made beer. We need to make beer. We'll wait for Rick to come back and have that conversation. There's a lot. Rick's going to have a lot of news for you. I'm not going to break any of his news for you, but he's got news.
Oh, really?
We'll let him in the show in a fortnight's time. So let's see. We've got no CDN, free taco sundom, pho ops. I like pho ops. Seriously, go turn on MFA. Too many secrets. I'm so behind. And I know you're moving. Executive RV, Holiday Road. That's a good one.
Yep.
Pho Friday. Like Pho Friday. That's good. We could go. We could almost go fully food themed.
We could.
For the next one. What are we thinking? The votes say. Can we look at the votes there? Yep. The votes say. Seriously, go turn on MFA has a vote. What else has votes, Jared? Joey is
level 100. Pho ops, Sundome, free tacos, and no CDN.
So let's go with Joey is level 100. Pho ops.
And the third word?
Yeah, we'll just do that because that works.
All right.
Yeah.
There we go.
I would say free tacos, but then people start just showing up to the Twitch stream expecting free tacos.
Expecting free tacos, yeah.
Yeah, I can't. Hashtag not sponsored, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah. So that's what we have there. So I do appreciate everybody for tuning in. I know we did not do great on the social medias. There was a question as to whether or not I'd be able to make the show today. I've been doing some interviews. We have a roll open in South America, in particular, Latin America countries, and so I've been doing a lot of interviews because it's mid-afternoon in there and early morning here. So
I chose the wrong one, I guess.
Well, I mean, the good thing is the interview was rescheduled, so I could do the show. So
awesome.
But we'll be back. Hopefully, they'll let the Canadian back in from Hawaii.
Hopefully.
The band playing means that they're ready for me to shut up. And we've come to the end of another exciting episode of the Patch and Switch program. Thanks to everybody for participating and showing up. Aspen Forrester, Icy Exchange SME in the house. Ferris de Brits is in the house. Feet. Jan, Johnny Chips with a Z, K McFerrin, our good buddy up north, Rich Campbell, because we have to have isn't it mandatory for this show to have a token Canadian or two, right? Yes. With Wired Canuck there as well. Good friend, Mr. J Flow. Hope Cooper's doing well. Give him a couple of bonus treats just because he had to listen to the show. Who else do we have? Shadiest of Pandas, the Guar in the house, as our good friend TRP8472. Hope you're feeling better, sir. Vizio MVP, another Canadian. Great to see you all. We're back in 2 weeks' time. Until then, have a weekend, everybody. Oh, crap. You know what?
What?
2 weeks from now, I'm going to be at State Dance. You're not going to have me in 2 weeks. I didn't think through this. All right. More to come. More to come. Stay tuned to this Twitch channel. We appreciate you. Like, subscribe, do all the things. Love you. Bye.